Good morning. My name is Mark Levine, and I am the Deputy Director of your New York State Association of Counties. On behalf of our President, Jack Marin, and our Executive Director, Stephen Aquario, and the full Board of Directors, I want to thank you for joining us this morning for a webinar devoted to discussing and highlighting the benefits of NYSAC's on-demand training program. This training program was developed and launched last year as a result of a number of conversations that we had with our board of directors and with county leaders, county executives, county administrators, county personnel directors who had asked us to explore the development of a training program that could consolidate a lot of different trainings that the counties had been signing up for their employees to get certified or to check off boxes that the state required them to check off for certain functions at the county level. And this on-demand training program can be implemented and launched in your county without having your county employees having to go anywhere. So we are very proud of this program. It is still new to a lot of counties, and so we wanted to put together this webinar this morning to share what this program is, the new developments as part of the NYSAC on-demand training program, and to see if there's any questions from the counties about the program that we could answer today or over the course of the next couple of weeks. So at this point, I would like to turn it over to our speaker this morning, and our speaker is Jeanette Stanziano, who is the leader of all things training and education at NYSAC. She is the Director of Training and Education. She's run our conferences. She's run our training programs. She is the leader of the County Government Institute. Jeanette has been with NYSAC for over 30 years, and she has been the Director of Training and Education and its various titles for the last 25 years. So I am pleased and honored and happy to introduce Jeanette. Jeanette, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate everything you do, and we're glad that you're here this morning to talk about the NYSAC's on-demand training program.
Thank you, Mark. And thank you everyone for joining us this morning. NYSAC puts a lot of work into our training programs, and we take it very, very seriously, especially during this time of extreme change in terms of what work looks like. I can tell you that during this time of COVID, NYSAC has put some of its greatest efforts into ramping up as much training as we could provide through our online portal, through monthly webinars. So we understand the value of offering training to our county members and to offer it as an accessible option for keeping everybody up to speed on all topics related to county government. So there's a new normal with work right now. The nature of work is constantly evolving, and it's regularly investing in training that is essential in terms of how to keep up with the rapid pace in which we work. As you know, the way that we work has changed so drastically since COVID. Many of us are working from home. Some of us are working partially in the office and at home. And the ease in which we access training has never been as important as it is right now. Things are changing very rapidly, so change and the need for training to adapt to that change has become vital and has become something that we need done in a timely fashion. And having access to programs that give us a portal into training, especially a very comprehensive portal, is really important to all forms of work these days. So why subscribe to NYSAC On Demand? Well, there are many reasons, but the key reasons have to do with, obviously, with value. Think of the NYSAC on-demand portal as a type of county procurement in the sense that because we're bundling this all under one umbrella of NYSAC, it gives county government access to affordable training because you're training through NYSAC, not as individual counties. So you're not paying for this as an a la carte service. You're paying for this as a subscription. So it's NYSAC that is the provider and the subscriber in the general way of looking at it. And because we're doing this as a group, it becomes a much more affordable process, and it allows counties to access much more extensive training. So obviously the cost savings to counties to subscribe versus a la carte purchasing is an incredible value. You can also target your training needs with full access to an extensive program of trainings in one convenient portal. So it's basically a one-stop shopping. When you need training, you know that you contact NYSAC and we will hook you up with basically all training needs. There are many different capacities that you can train. You can set up trainings for in-person group trainings. Most of this is done online at the convenience of your computer or your staff's computers. It's also an efficient time-saving access. You can train your staff online on your timetable. So those are some of the key reasons, but obviously the financial aspect of this program is very beneficial to counties, especially in a time where we're dealing with, budget shortfalls that we just never ever saw coming due to COVID. So you can reduce cost risk by making sure that your workforce is in compliance with New York State and federal laws. You can train your full workforce without the expense of travel or registration fees. You can receive training by an expert in the field of different topics such as sexual harassment and ethics without paying for individual sessions, which with those sessions having to be legal, the costs can be astronomical. You can access an expansive training library of topics developed specifically for county employees. And you can coordinate trainings to meet the schedule of your workforce on your timetable. You can meet your training goals without breaking the bank, and you can provide access to education and training for all levels of your county government structure. So it's really across the board. We tried to develop this program to meet the needs of what county government told us they needed. Value, most importantly. Another important part of this program is once you register, NYSAC also offers free registration for NYSAC's County Government Institute Certification Program, also known as CGI. So if you're a member county of the on-demand program, any one of your county government officials, and as many county officials as you would like to register, can join the County Government Institute free of charge and pursue the County Government Institute certificate. So how does this program work? Well, it's a lot more simple than you would think. You first register by contacting NYSAC staff member Jackie Dietrich at jdietrich@nysac.org. Jackie is the day-to-day person who works with the on-demand program with myself. She also is one of the coordinators of the County Government Institute, and she's on the team that works on all things that have to do with training and membership. So Jackie can be reached at jdederick@nysac.org. We will ask you to designate a key point person for your county, basically the main person in your county who will be the communicator with NYSAC in terms of your needs and all of your training programs that you want to request. That person will send NYSAC a complete email list of your staff. So why do we need to know emails? This program predominantly works online, and to generate credentials, we need email addresses so that we can send credentials. So basically, the way that we identify each of your county officials to be a part of this program is for us to have email addresses in order to be able to generate credentials for login and for certificate programs, and that's how it functions. When your county wants to request a training, you simply choose your training from the program listings, and you tell NYSAC what programs you want to take, and we will send you login credentials for all staff members that you request be part of this program training. That will generate a list of people that are basically in the queue to take the training. That list can be monitored so that we can see how the completion is progressing for your county, and we can send reminders to any staffers that need reminding to go online and to take the credentialed training program. If the program is performed online, you will get a certificate of completion emailed to you automatically following the completion of your program. If you decide to do an in-person training with a group, NYSAC will be sending you all certifications in the mail in hard copy format, as well as in an email downloadable format through an email. You may also have your county point person request reports at any time to track the progress of your staff training and the completion of the status at any time. It's basically that easy. You let us know that you want to join. We designate a key person for your county. That key person gets in communication with the key person at NYSAC, and we start collaborating from day one. Your subscription starts on the day of your first training, and it will go for a year. These subscriptions are for 1 year for $5,000 for as much training as you want to have, unlimited access every day of the year, 24/7. So what are the training topics that are offered in this program? Now, these are main topics with a lot of deep dive granular topics below, but let's go over a few of them. Training topics include sexual harassment compliance, which is certainly a very important program for all businesses and counties. Also, training on race, age, and religious discrimination. COVID-19, which is obviously a new program. Ethics, safety, OSHA, and all safety topics. Human resources, including PESH, IT and cybersecurity, leadership, lobby law compliance, and many topics under general government. So who are our partners in this program? There are many valuable experts in the field. We're going to introduce you to some of these people now. We work with law firms, tech companies, employee benefits companies, our own county government institute, and the NYSAC staff on all of these training programs. These are all of our partners. They are experts in their field, and they are absolutely certified to offer these trainings to the full extent. Let's talk about the sexual harassment training. This is one of the most highly requested topics for training throughout the year. We work with one of the leading experts, attorney Carly Bolaños of Harris Beach. Carly is a leading attorney in the area of sexual, racial, disability, and other harassment and discrimination matters. Carly has handled some of the most complex employment investigations in New York State and has worked to lead counties and other municipalities through complex harassment and discrimination cases. Carly has already worked with us on a number of webinars. She's incredibly insightful, and she's a wonderful trainer. She can offer programs on sexual harassment law, workplace investigation, disability and religious discrimination and accommodations, race, national origin, age discrimination, and harassment training. We also work with the law firm of Mack and Walsh. Marty Mack and Christopher Walsh have worked in this field for many years. They are ethics experts in the state of New York, and they have worked with us on offering trainings on a number of topics that have to do with ethics and different variations of ethics training. Marty Mack is an attorney who has served in local and state government for several decades. He served as mayor of Cortland, New York, Cortland County attorney, and assistant district attorney. Of the state level, he served as executive deputy attorney general for attorneys general Elliot Spitzer, Eric Schneiderman, and Barbara Underwood. Chris Walsh has held a number of positions in New York state government over a 24-year career that included serving 5 governors and 2 attorneys general. He began his career as an advance man for Governor Mario Cuomo and later served in the executive chamber as an assistant counsel to the former governor. We are very pleased to work with Mack and Walsh, and they offer many years of insight into the topics of ethics. The different topics, from having to do with a number of employee benefits, are offered by Bond Benefits Consulting and their sister company, Employee Benefits Compliance. This company offers trainings and compliance trainings to help counties avoid litigation when they're out of compliance and financial penalty. They basically offer the core of the expansive courses in this program in terms of online trainings that can generate instant certifications. These are programs that are offered throughout the country, and we're very lucky to be partnered with Bond Benefits and their sister company, EBC. Let's go over some of what they offer. Obviously, they offer extensive trainings in having to do with safety and public safety. They offer a number of topics having to do with general workplace safety, accident prevention, from all the way to first aid. I'm not going to go through every single title, but you can see them here. And we're going to go through a number of screens that will show you how extensive these programs really are. All of these safety programs can go anywhere from a 5-minute training program to a 30-minute program to longer trainings. Many of the topics have to do with PPE, how to work with industrial transportation and safety issues, restaurant safety, transportation safety, ergonomics, fire safety, hazard communication and GHS, and healthcare safety. The programs are endless under construction safety, which for your public works department would be invaluable. Road construction, scaffolding safety. Bond also has created a new series of programs having to do with COVID-19. Again, these programs are all different shapes and sizes, but they cover some of the newest information having to do with coronavirus. There's a program on coronavirus preparedness for managers and employees, a 30-minute program, crisis management and emergency response planning, a more extensive 50-minute program, a 15-minute short program on how to handle stress, because we know with COVID-19, stress goes hand in hand. Managing remote teams, which is a 10-minute program, which many of us are working in remote teams these days. And then a short program, a 7-minute program on working remotely. I'm sure that the COVID-19 programs offerings are going to grow throughout the year, because this is basically a timely program that is happening in real time right now. Human resources, another huge program of services having to do with employee success, hiring and termination, drugs and alcohol, workplace harassment and violence, labor and privacy law compliance. There are many, many trainings under each of these topics having to do with human resources. If you were to just hire a la carte for even 2 of these programs, you most likely would be paying more than the subscription cost for an entire year of access to these trainings. There's also extensive trainings on OSHA and PESH, chemical and environmental safety, OSHA compliance. Also, we'll be offering with another special NYSAC partner of ours, information technology and cybersecurity. In this program, we work with NYSAC as a technology advisor to many companies around the state and country. NYSAC has been a provider for training for NYSAC for a long time on cybersecurity issues. So we knew when we wanted to offer this program that we would ask NYSAC to be our permanent training partner. They will be offering information on cybersecurity for employees, how to avoid phishing and other social engineering, best practices for email, physical and electronic information security, responding to a cyber attack, safe internet use, social media risks, and strong and safe passwords. These are all issues that are very important to all county governments. Many counties have dealt with cyber attacks in the past couple of years, and we know that cybersecurity is an ongoing issue for county government. NYSAC is one of the area's leading experts in these issues and can offer extensive training in these programs. Leadership issues. This is a topic where we employ the entire NYSAC staff to develop trainings for both in-person and online, having to do with topics such as parliamentary procedures, how to run a meeting following Robert's rules, communicating with the media, crisis management toolbox, customer service listening skills for managers, employee communications for managers, and a number of other topics. You can contact NYSAC through this subscription and say, you know, Jackie, we need a program on how to refresh our staff on how to run a legal meeting. We need to develop a program that has to do with legal survival skills for managers or positive discipline tips for managers. These are all topics that we can develop for you, and you can request topics from us, and if we can develop them, we will do that for you. But you can just work with an entire NYSAC 13-member team. Many of us have different levels of expertise on different topics, but they certainly would be topics of interest to county government. We also will be working with special partner Teresa Russo from Schenker, Russo, and Clark. Teresa is an attorney who has served as a lobby law compliance officer for more than a decade, providing guidance to the firm and its clients on a wide spectrum of issues and acting as an in-house lobby law counsel to many companies in New York State. Teresa works for Schenker, Russo, and Clark, and she will be offering programs having to do with lobby law compliance, public officials working with the media, developing a county budget, understanding the interplay between state and county government, foundations of county government, and public sector labor management. If your county purchases a subscription to the NYSAC On Demand program, NYSAC will waive the currently $55 registration fee for any of your county members that would like to join the County Government Institute certification program. All trainings in the On Demand program are credit eligible for CGI. You have only to contact Jackie Dietrich at jdietrich@nysac.org for more information. So how do you subscribe? Well, they're very simple steps. You register your county online or by calling Jackie at the NYSAC office. You can find us at nysacondemandtraining.org. You go to the subscribe tab and you fill out our online subscription form for your county. You pay your $5,000 subscription fee by invoice or credit card. And if you have questions, you can contact Jackie directly at 518-465-1473 or via email at jdederick@nysac.org. Here are some frequently asked questions about the On Demand program. Please explain how the certificates work. When you register for a program, we send you the credentials for login for a particular program. At your convenience and on your own time schedule, you use those credentials to log in to the training online. The training program will automatically track your attendance watching this program, and there are some interactive parts of every program to prove that you're still at the end of the program and at the middle and at the beginning. When you complete the program, the online system will acknowledge it and will generate an online certificate which will be downloadable for you to print in your office. That's how the certificates work. For in-person trainings, we will generate hard copy certificates and distribute them by mail after the program. We will also be able to send you an electronic certificate that you can also download to prove your attendance at the program. Can the subscription be on a rolling calendar basis? Yes. You do not need to register for this program as a county on a particular date. Your date of starting begins on the date of your first training. So on the very first time that somebody registers for a training and that training is executed, that is day one of your one-year subscription. How do we communicate with NYSAC to administer the program to your county? Well, that is simple. There are 2 point people that you can work with. Jackie Dietrich is the main person who you will handle all of your requests through. You can also contact me, Jeanette Stanziano, at the same number, 518-465-1473. You can speak to Jackie Dietrich or Jeanette Stanziano. We can both also be reached by email at jdederick@nysac.org or Jeanette Stanziano at nysac.org. How can we track our employees if they are completing the designated programs? Once you send us a list of employees that you want to take a training, we basically create a list on our end for you within the system. That system will generate invitations that will go out electronically to all of the people that you asked to be registered. Basically, from that point on, the NYSAC system will be tracking how often staff member A or B has gone on the program, watched the program, and completed the program and downloaded their certificate. It will show whether somebody has completed a program, whether they have partially watched a program, or whether they have still yet to sign on. This system will also allow us to send reminders for people to complete programs and when there is a deadline for completion for a program. Is there a limit to how many programs we can employ in 1 month? No. This subscription is unlimited. That means that you can register as many staff members for as many programs on as many days of the year as you like. You simply communicate with us what you need, and we will generate the invitations and get the ball rolling and run reports along the way when you want to know how things are going with your staff. Would it be possible to request a training that does not exist on the list of classes? Yes. We can't guarantee that we can produce a training for every request, but we want to know what your training needs are at all times, and we will make our best effort to create programs for you if it does not exist on our program list. Does the on-demand program offer any of the core CGI courses needed for certification? Yes. All core program courses for CGI can be administered through the on-demand program at any time. This subscription will enable your staff members to complete the certification more quickly. Can our county pay for the subscription in 2 monthly payments if needed? Yes, we can arrange individual payment processes for every county as needed. Simply tell us your needs and we will make every effort to work with you on making this something that is accessible for your county. How many staff members can be designated as the main contact for working with NYSAC? We would prefer to only work with one person, but it is important for every county to always have a backup plan for that person. So having 2 people understand how the program works would be beneficial to your county. How do we schedule an in-person training for our staff? You simply contact Jackie or myself, and we will pick a date with you and your calendar for your group trainings. These are not individual for one-person trainings. These would be in-person trainings for large groups. Who are the contacts for the on-demand program on NYSAC? Once again, Jackie Dietrich and Jeanette Sanziano are your contacts for NYSAC. You can always contact us by calling 518-465-1473. You can find us on the NYSAC website at nysac.org, or you can contact us by email at jstanziano@nysac.org or jdietrich@nysac.org. Those are some of the main questions. Let's go through some Q&A now. Because we're not a huge group, I'm going to unmute everybody and ask that if you have questions, please let me know live, and we'll answer as many questions as we can. Many of the Q&A questions have covered most of what are normally asked of us. If you have any questions that you'd like to submit to us in writing, please do so through your dashboard now. You can find the questions tab on your dashboard and then simply press send, and it will come to us in writing. If it's a question that we can't answer right now, we will follow up with you after the program. Right now, this is a relatively new program for NYSAC, and we will continue to grow the different trainings that we offer throughout the year. Right now, we have decided for the people that have been members to restart the clock on your membership because of the disruption of COVID. We will be speaking to individual counties about that throughout the next few weeks. I think right now that covers most of the program. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. If you have questions about this program, again, please contact Jackie at jdederick@nysac.org, or you can contact myself at jstanziano@nysac.org. Thank you for joining us today. Stay informed. Please keep apprised of all of our training through the NYSAC website at www.nysac.org. Thank you for joining us today.